Good morning and welcome to Coffee with Alain. It is Book Saturday. We're going to talk about But Enough About Me, a memoir by Burt Reynolds today. Really enjoyed this book, and we're going to talk a little bit about that today. Want to thank you to everybody that joins and watches, replays, comments, shares, listens to the podcast. Thank you to everyone. Just drinking out of a book mug today. Some of those books I enjoyed as a kid. And want to remind you, I share these books, hopefully, to encourage you to read more, get out and enjoy reading, learn from reading. If something I share makes it like, wow, I want to check out that book, wonderful. If not, check out a different book. Just get out and read. Read the ebooks that you can get at enjoylifesafely.com for some information on staying safe in this crazy world that we have. Keep yourself and your loved ones safe. You'll also get the newsletter. It goes out every weekend. Information on staying safe, defending yourself, enjoying life, and being exceptional. Everything I'm about at Coffee with Alain and enjoylifesafely.com. So make sure you sign up and get that newsletter. Be going out tomorrow evening. Let's talk about Burt Reynolds, But Enough About Me. And what I liked about this book, it's a little different than maybe the earlier biographies by Burt Reynolds. There's a lot about him in here, but it's more about people that he knew and interacted with and those interactions. So the different chapters are about different people, and he tells stories about them and what he and they did together and different things and what they meant to him and so forth, and found it very, very interesting and an enjoyable read. Some of the people, some like Rip Torn, Spencer Tracy, Betty Davis, Jim Brown, Lee Marvin, Roy Rogers, Diana Shore, Frank Sinatra, Johnny Carson, Clint Eastwood, Hal Needham, Sally Field, Lonnie and Quentin, Jack Horner, and he throws other people in here too. There's a little bit about John Bassett and Donald Trump. So he throws in a lot of people in different situations. There are a few, photographs, sections of photographs like, books like this will have. But I really found the stories he told about people and the interactions and so forth just really enjoyable. And I'm guessing that's Dixon. Dixon's still being called a Facebook user. So StreamYard is not picking up your Facebook name for some reason anymore. But Dixon says the bandit himself. Exactly. I always enjoyed Burt Reynolds movies. I grew up in the 70s and 80s where Burt Reynolds was one of the top movie stars at the time. I mean, I think for some of those years, he was at the top box office draw. And so fun actor, fun movies, did a variety of different things, from a couple of my favorites, which one of my favorites of his was Heat. Not the Heat with De Niro and Val Kilmer and Pacino in the 90s. There was a movie called Heat with Burt Reynolds in the 80s where he played the tough guy. Jason Statham actually redid that movie called Wild Card, I think in the early 2000s or so. But the original was Heat with Burt Reynolds, where he played a cool tough guy. And that was one of my favorite of his, where he played that tough guy, because, I like tough guy movies. I wrote the Tough Guy Wisdom trivia books, which, if you haven't checked those out, they're fun if you like tough guy movies and quotes. But, the Smokey and the Bandit movies and all those were just fun as well, enjoyable. Cannonball Run movies. So Burt just had a lot of good stuff throughout the years. Then, Evening Shade and the television. So I enjoyed his stories and talking about other people that he knew and interacted with and different stuff. So this was just a fun memoir to read. If you're a Burt Reynolds fan, I think you would enjoy it. Dixon says, I love biography books. Posed in Playgirl. Yeah, I mean, and he talked a little bit about that, how that was such a big thing back when he did that. And some said he should and some said he shouldn't, and it made that big deal back then when he did that that pose for the Playgirl magazine way back there too. So there was a little bit about that in here too. Oh, good book. If you like Burt Reynolds, you'd enjoy it, and you'd enjoy the stories he tells and different things with the other people. So I enjoyed it. It is going to go now into the donation as I'm paring down my library, but I'm glad that I read it and just wanted to recommend that to others, especially if you're my age and you grew up with Burt Reynolds movies. You know, Dixon and I both, grew up with tons of Burt Reynolds stuff started in the 60s and then through the 70s and 80s were really his heydays, and a lot of fun. FYI, those second comments aren't me, Dixon. So I'm not sure. I mean, I'm getting a lot of Facebook user comments, and I'm not sure who those are. I mean, because what you need to do is StreamYard, you have to give the permission in Facebook for your name to appear. So I appreciate you guys showing up and commenting. I just don't know who you are when it comes up like this, because it's just saying Facebook user. And then someone says, well, good thing I'm not your age. Oh, okay. Well, I hope you make it to my age then. Okay, it's Feline is here with us as a Facebook user. And when I get on Facebook, I will see your comments and know who you are. But with StreamYard, if you didn't give StreamYard permission, it just comes up as a Facebook user on here. And so there's some way that you can get in with there and you can give StreamYard the permission to show your name. And so then I get some other good mornings. And again, they're all coming in as Facebook users. So something updated where people are coming in like that. So I appreciate everybody. I'm going to jump off here, get some other things done. Just had the one book today that, I thought was a really good book. If you like Burt Reynolds, you'll like it too. Read something. If you don't read this one, read something else. I'm sure this other Facebook user, this is Eric Bam saying hello with the pizza. So thank you guys for showing up. Go out, read a book, read the ebooks at enjoylifesafely.com. You can download them for free. They'll only provide you information for staying safe. Keep yourself and your loved ones safe so you can enjoy more of life. That's what we're about at enjoylifesafely.com. That's what I'm about here at Coffee with Alain. Go out, make it a spectacular Saturday. We'll see you tomorrow.